Any war ends with negotiation and peace. If people start a war, people are to finish it. But climate is the only enemy with which it is impossible to negotiate. No matter what concessions we would make, the climate will take everyone's life. It has already taken and continues to take our territories, our homes, and our lives. It's impossible to arrange a truce with the climate. It is the most ruthless enemy our civilization has ever faced. And we have nothing to oppose it. The last war of humanity has begun. It is an undeclared war. For the first time in history, we humans are facing the most powerful and ruthless enemy. Brazil, December 2021.
Nossa, nunca tive uma tragédia igual essa, não.
Severe floods swept Brazil back in November 2021 and have not stopped until now. In just 4 months of this year, more precipitation has already been recorded in the northeast of Brazil than expected for the entire year. In December, a monthly norm of rain fell in just 2 days in the state of Bahia. As a result, 2 dams failed, 67 cities were flooded.
We have almost 1.8 meters of water in some houses here.
This was everything to me. Everything. The only thing I had was my home, and now it's gone. It's gone.
We lost everything. Everyone here was left with nothing.
Malaysia, December 2021. Several days of torrential rains caused a series of flash floods in Malaysia.
We couldn't do anything. We could only carry documents and save ourselves. We didn't expect the water to rise 6 meters.
Indonesia, December 2021. The eruption of the Semeru volcano was a deadly surprise for the inhabitants of Java Island. No one informed people about the impending danger. 11 villages were buried under ash and solidified lava in a matter of hours.
At first, I thought it was a bomb explosion, and all of a sudden it was Semeru erupting and spewing volcanic ashes.
Suddenly dark, then it started to rain. The rain mixed with the ashes.
Every time my son asks to go home, I don't know how to answer him. We don't have a home anymore.
I feel very sorry, especially when I try to imagine the hot ash falling, imagine the feeling and screams of a mother who tried to calm her child by hugging him. This is very sad. I couldn't stand to see the corpse of a mother hugging her burnt child. It was really sad. Even yesterday, we found a mother holding on to her 2 children. I can't imagine what they went through when they were trapped and surrounded by the hot ashes.
Cataclysms have reached a new level. Their synchronization is observed everywhere. Because of this, the impact of the forces of nature becomes super powerful. In December, after a deadly eruption, floods, landslides, an earthquake, and a powerful hurricane hit the residents of Indonesia. Streets were flooded, houses were destroyed. People were left one-on-one with their misfortune again. The Philippines, December 2021.
Good morning, world. It is the day of Storm Odette passing over the island.
Whoa, this is definitely the worst storm we've had here so far, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, this is the worst storm ever.
Holy shit!
On December 16th, Super Typhoon Rai hit the residents of the Philippines. Experts warned people about the typhoon of the 2nd to 3rd category, but near the islands, the storm sharply intensified to the 5th maximum category. People were not ready for such a force of nature.
The people were not aware that the typhoon will be a super typhoon level number 5. And that's when the people were got shocked and they never expected that it will be a worse typhoon.
My father died right under our rubbled house. If only I could have helped him.
One typhoon and 3 million people were left homeless. The strength and duration of hurricanes are increasing. Over the last 5 years, the number of 3 to 5 category hurricanes has increased by almost 30%. USA, Kentucky, December 2021.
Hold on, I have to call my husband. Take shelter right now. Right now? Right now.
I'm through here and pretty much almost wiped 3/4 of this town out. Scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. I've never been in a tornado before, but
where were the babies?
Right here. One was in this arm and one was in this arm. I never saw my 3-year-old because my face couldn't turn that way, but I did see the baby, and he cried, and then he just stopped. So at that time, I thought he was sick. God, but he wasn't. I never heard my 3-year-old say anything.
Did Jalil die in your arms?
Did.
The tornado made an almost 400-kilometer-long path. For the state of Kentucky, it was the most destructive in its history. December is not a typical month for a tornado, especially of such strength. But in 2021, the number of December tornadoes broke all records, exceeding the average by 8 times. The last war of humanity is underway. We have shown only part of the disasters that occurred in December. But the scale of the ruthless attacks of our common enemy, the climate, is immense. It acts in sync, cascades, and grows stronger with each attack. Ecuador, January 2022. A powerful landslide destroyed a part of the capital of Ecuador, Quito. The reason was the strongest rains in the last 20 years.
Everything we dreamed of disappeared in an instant. I tried to be strong for my children, but we are living a gypsy-like life right now. We are roaming from one home to another.
How many friends did you lose?
I think everyone. It was unbelievable that in seconds, everything disappeared. There were people shouting, "Help, help!" But the strong mud flow kept coming down. And in the house at the back, we managed to find a friend covered up to his neck. I don't know how we got into that house. Managed to get him out.
What condition was he in?
Bad, very bad.
Africa, January 2022.
My house and my kitchen collapsed as a result of heavy rains. It collapsed while I was still inside, and we are now at the camp. We have nowhere to go. We had to come here. Our children have fallen sick. We have no money at all.
Hunga Tonga, Hunga Ha'apai, volcano eruption, January 2022.
The volcano is erupting. It keeps erupting. Get up. It's still far from here.
On January 15, the Hunga Tonga underwater volcano exploded. The power of the volcano explosion was 500 times greater than the force of an atomic bomb explosion.
Now is clean drinking water.
These people had nowhere else to go. The 15-meter waves you've heard went from one side of the island right through to the other side.
Were people warned in advance of the coming disaster? No. Were people given the help they needed? No. And the enemy's tactics are still the same: suddenness, powerful strikes, and ruthlessness. Fires, January 2022.
Oh my God! I live right down the street. And look at this. This is so insane.
The day that it happened, I worked from home. It was a beautiful sunny day, but we live in an area that no one thought a fire was possible here where we are. I have two kids and they were both home. We got no warning, no alert at all. My wife happened to see this on the news. This happened so quickly. I didn't grab anything other than some clothes. You know, I've been around the area and I've been to whole neighborhoods where they're just down to rubble. There's nothing there anymore. And people were outside.
I thought we would be coming back to a home. I thought it'd be a 1 day, 2 day, couple day inconvenience. You know, I didn't think that that was it.
The wildfire in Colorado has become the most destructive in the history of the state. It destroyed more than 1,000 houses, leaving tens of thousands of people homeless. Experts note that now there are no peak fire seasons anymore. The fire rages all year round. In the first 40 days of 2022, the number of wildfires in Argentina and Paraguay increased by 900% compared to last year.
This is atypical, historic. It's never happened before. We've never experienced anything like this. We are really shocked.
Abnormal snowfalls, January 2022. Snowfalls are increasingly becoming a high-risk phenomenon. A huge amount of snowfalls where it never used to. And the April snowfall of this year generally shocked the residents of Europe, the USA, Japan, and China with its non-seasonality and intensity. In January, the capital of Turkey, Istanbul, was covered with snow in a few hours. In some places, the height of snowdrifts reached 85 centimeters. At the same time, about 3,000 people were stuck in their cars on the highways. Social networks were exploding with messages asking for help. In Pakistan, thousands of tourists, having gone to a mountain resort, fell into a snow trap. Whole families went to admire the snow, and as a result,
हाँ जी
The situation in Murray is very bad. 16 people died due to lack of oxygen. There are no rescue teams. No one is coming. I can't believe it. All 4 people died in this vehicle. Look inside. All 4 are dead.
In just 2 months, an uncountable number of climate disasters have occurred around the world. Powerful and uncontrolled ones. The dynamics and anomaly of climate disasters is growing right before our eyes. In just 2 months, we have seen how much the strength of the enemy has grown. And when you observe the rampant and tragic consequences of the climate disasters that have occurred, it seems that nothing can be more powerful. But the horror is that this is only a small part of the ferocious attacks of the enemy of humankind. And their strength and crushing power will only grow. What you have just seen is only a tiny fraction of the stories about the pain of people who lost everything in an instant.